What's up guys, Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG video where today we're going to be talking about the information that was just released today, the 2019 Pokemon TCG Championship point structure. Now we don't have the information about the championship point requirement to get an invite to the World Championships, but there's a lot of new information packed into the couple of pages that we're going to be looking at today. So I'm going to break it down for you guys, kind of explain what it all means, give you some of my thoughts on the point structure, maybe make a couple of predictions about some announcements that haven't been made yet, and I definitely want to know your thoughts down below. So let me know what you guys think about the changes they've made. Do you like them? Do you like the way things were? And what are some changes that they didn't make that you were maybe expecting them to make, things like that. But we're just going to hop in and talk about the point structure for the TCG, and probably the biggest bit of news right here at the top. You see Pokemon TCG Championship points are awarded to players based on their final standing at each Pokemon Championship Series event. These events include League Challenges, League Cups. Now these two in the past two seasons have shared a best finish limit, but it looks like this year League Challenges and League Cups will have their own separate best finish limit. So the past 2 years, if you went to say 2 League Challenges and 2 League Cups, you would take the highest CP from the two of those 4 tournaments that you performed the best at. But now, this year, you could potentially earn championship points at 4 events in a single season, as they are being called now. And the season dates, which we'll talk about here when we get down a little lower on this page, are actually not shared. So League Challenges and League Cups have different seasons. We'll talk about that and maybe some of the reasonings for that. But yeah, and once again, guys, sorry, all of this information is on Pokemon.com. The links will be in the description for you to read for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty huge amount of news. It's more points that you can earn each quarter, and just a lot more points you can get from your local events. So I think people are excited about that. Pokemon has really been trying to push League Challenges. They've been taking League Cups away from stores that are unable to host League Challenges or unable to successfully host League Challenges. So they really want, people to attend League Challenges, and I think the way that they're trying to get that to happen is by working it back into the championship point structure. They've been kind of obsolete the past 2 seasons. They want people to attend these tournaments again. And they've also, done a better job about making them, really good promos. Like the past 3 League Challenge seasons, we've had, Magnezone from Ultra Prism as the League Challenge promo. We've had, Malamar from Forbidden Light, and then now this year it's going to be Magcargo from Celestial Storm. So they're really trying to make them solid promos, make people want to go to these tournaments, and, now they're almost kind of seemingly forcing people to go to these tournaments. I know a lot of the people at the upper half of the, competitive side of the Pokemon TCG aren't going to be super happy about League Challenges, but I think it's just good for the growth of the game to get people back into these tournaments, and I think it'll be a overall good thing. Now, one more thing I want to mention here, we also see special events, regional championships, international championships, and world championships listed under championship points you can earn. And so it says right here, Pokemon TCG Championship points are awarded to players based on their final standing at each Pokemon Championship Series event, and listed under here is World Championships, which is a little interesting. This last year in the 2017 World Championships, there were no championship points awarded to, finishers in Day 2 of Worlds. The only award that people got as far as the next season was the invite for the people who got top 4 or better. They got a Day 1 invite to the next year of the World Championships. But historically in the past, people who finished top 32 or top 64, maybe, I think it's just top 32 and better at the World Championships actually received championship points that counted towards the next year. So it's going to be interesting to see. We haven't got an official announcement yet, I don't believe, about if someone is going to get points at Worlds this year. I would like to see that change. There is the Nashville Open the same, weekend as the World Championships, so that's a point there for people to, or a chance there for people to get points going towards the next season. So it just makes sense that the people who are playing in the World Championships wouldn't be necessarily punished, quote unquote, for the next season, and have the opportunity to get points as well in the World Championships. So I think that's a change that we'll probably see happen. It's not confirmed yet, but let me know what your thoughts are about that. So we've got a little more information here about the championship point system. All championship point series events award championship points to players who finish first place in their age division. Players finishing below first place earn points points only if the attendance at a specific event in their age division releases a specific threshold. The awarding of additional championship points at an event is based on attendance is called the kicker. So this is not different from last year. We've seen this be the same thing. Each championship series has a best finish limit. This is also still just more of the same. You have to have a registered player ID. So if you don't have a registered player ID, if you go to a tournament, the TO at the event or the Pokemon professor there will help you get set up with a Pokemon player ID. So here we look at some of the championship point tables. Not many changes here. Actually, I'm not sure that there's any changes here, but league challenges, you get 15 points for first place, best finish limit 2 per season. League Cups, you get 50 points for first place, best finish limit 2 per season. This is all just kind of more of the same at this point. You know, you can get points for top 64 at a League Cup. It has to be 200 people there, though, so I'm not sure that any League Cups got to 200 players this year. Maybe some of the ones at the international championships, but I'm not sure. But here's something that's a little interesting to me, and we're going to talk through this a little bit. League Cup events will use the following cycle dates. League Challenge best finish limits. Best finished limit seasons are based on calendar months with additional accommodations made for the end of the tournament season. So Season 1, July 19th through October 31st. Then we look down here. League Cup best finish limit seasons are based on Pokemon TCG expansion tournament legality dates with additional accommodations made for the end of the tournament season. So Season 1 for League Challenges, July 9th through October 31st. But for League Cups, it's going to be July 9th through November 15th. So it's like they're giving you an additional 2 weeks at the end of the in addition to the league challenges in order to get your League Cup finishes. And it kind of explains this right here. It's based on TCG expansion tournament legality dates. So this should also give us some information about the release dates of Pokemon TCG sets and legality information as well. So July 9th through November 15th, that's obviously going to be the format of Sun and Moon through, I mean, once we get to September 1st, you know, so September 1st through November 15th, it'll be Sun and Moon through Celestial Storm. And then after November 15th, after this weekend, is when the new set will become legal for play. So it'll be Sun and Moon through whatever that new set is. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And then Season 2 will be Sun and Moon through that season. But for some reason, League Challenges operate on a monthly system as opposed to along with, you know, League Challenges being, or excuse me, along with League Cups being based on seasons, based on tournament expansion legality dates. So it's a little interesting to me. It's only about a 2-week difference. I don't know why they couldn't have just made them the same. I guess they're just wanting to extend, I mean, it's like the same amount of time, but it's going to be really confusing when there's a League Challenge scheduled for like the weekend of November 1st and a League Cup scheduled for the weekend of November 1st. The League Cup counts for Season 1. The League Challenge counts for Season 2. I can just see this being so confusing for tournament organizers and local stores and things like that. So I really wish that they had just ironed this out and made it the same across the board, but for some reason they chose not to. Here's another big change, though. We'll keep moving on. Regional Championship and special events. Best finish limit of 8. Now, this past year, there was no best finish limit. We had players going to all 15 regional championships plus special events. I think it got a little out of hand this year with the top 16 race. So I think this is Pokemon's way of kind of scaling it back and trying to, you know, not put as much pressure on these people to go to every single tournament across the world, basically. So, you know, the points payout here is going to be the same, 200 points for first place payout all the way down to top 256 with a kicker of 800, which we hit multiple times this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we also hit it again this year. But, yeah, best finish limit of 8, I think we'll, you know, for the top 16, we'll definitely see, you know, all of the people in the top 16 race, you know, go to multiple tournaments, probably more than 8 tournaments to try to get that best finish limit. So it might not change too much, but I think overall it takes a little bit of pressure off of those competing at the top level of the game. We've also got International Championships. Once again, no changes here. Best finish limit of 4. There's only 4 International Championships, and here's the CP info. Once again, is going to be all linked down below. And then special events, we don't have any, let's see, take place in addition to standard Championship Series events. Most of these occur either as side events at major Championship Series tournaments or as standalone events scheduled at gaming conventions. The format and prizes at special events may vary. So we don't actually know. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, I was going to say we don't actually know if it's the same CP as regionals again, but it looks like once again it will be the same championship point payout, but the prizes will be different. So things that are obviously omitted from this page so far is the amount of points required to get to the World Championships next year. I'm going to bet that it's going to be 500 points. That's what I'm just kind of based on what this all is. 400 seemed a little too low, but they're bringing in league challenges. So I think that they're going to make it 500 this season. Let me know what you guys think. We'll see if we get an announcement on that soon. And, you know, other thoughts on this page, mostly about the international championships, which we'll talk about here in just a second. We'll actually go ahead and click over. This is a different page here, international championships. So, you know, this is, you know, the top level of the Pokemon Circuit Series. Top level competition, large championship point and prize payout. Current top players can earn awards for travel, and no qualifications or residency restrictions for tournament entry. So anyone can go to any international championship, all 4 of them across the world. One thing I guess I should mention, prize payout. This is something we don't have information on yet. You know, this past 2 seasons, $5,000 has been awarded to the winner of a regional championship, $10,000 to the winner of an international championship. I wouldn't expect that information to change very much. There's been some rumors going around that that might decrease this year, that they might be taking away some money. I'm not sure that that's going to happen. We'll have to see what ends up coming down through the Pokemon information system. We don't have all that info yet. So we'll just have to see what happens. There's also been some rumors about, you know, bringing back, you know, changing the way money's going to work because day 2 is going to be different this year. So at regional championships, people who have a 6-1 or better record are going to make day 2. So I think we're probably going to see everyone who makes day 2 at a regional championship get prize money awarded, not just the top 32 anymore. So we'll see if that's the case or not, but we'll let's just continue on here. Some more information about international championships. Now this is actually a pretty big change here. The order of international championships has changed. So the past 2 years, the first internationals was the European, then Oceania, then Latin America, then North America. But this year we've actually got Latin America and Europe switched spots, and Europe is no longer in London as it has been the past 2 years. It's actually going to be in Germany in April of 2019. So the first confirmed international championship as far as actual location is right here in Brazil, November 16th through the 18th. That weekend, this is confirmed. Well, I say that, but dates and locations are tentative. Please check back for more information on upcoming events. And then the prize payout, we already talked about this as far as points go, is all the same. Now, this is a little bit different, excuse me, here. Qualification periods. Now, this is a huge change and something that I think is a change for the better. In the 2019 season, awards for travel to international championships will be based on standalone qualification periods. Now, this is a big, big change, like I said. So last year, whoever, you know, was the top 16 in the United States at based on the whole season for Europe got, you know, the travel awards there, for Latin America, for Oceania, for North America, just based on the whole season. But this time it looks like it's going to be based on a set period of time. So the Latin America International Championships awards for travel to the LAIC are based on championship points earned from April 30th through July 8th. So this is massive, totally going to shake up what the travel awards were going to look like for North America, probably for Europe as well, and probably the other regions. I'm not as familiar with all of those as I am for North America, but I'm sure this is going to make the top 16 look different than it does right now. There will be people who are currently in the top 16 in North America based on the whole season who will not get championship point, or who will not get travel awards to the LAIC. So this is, I think, a good change because it awards people, you know, based on a period of time, as opposed to just creating a snowballing effect for the people who do really well at the start of the season. It gives people a chance to get to some of these international championships, to get travel awards, to get, you know, stipends for getting there. It gives more people the opportunity to do that because, you know, in the past season, the people who went to all 4 international championships were just able to kind of snowball, keep a high championship point total, and it just made it much easier for them to get the next stipend and get the next stipend to get the next stipend. This is going to help a little bit of that, I think. So it's exciting, I think, and, you know, it gives people there's like more on the line, it feels like, honestly, for some of the people who are floating around the edge of that top 16 ranking, because, you know, if you perform really well in a set period, you know, say you perform really well July 9th through November 18th, you're going to get a Oceania Travel Award, even if you maybe didn't get to go to the Latin America one, and you didn't get one for the, you know, Latin America time period. So we'll have to see what changes there. Prizes, check back for prize information. So once again, we don't have all that money info yet, so we'll see what all that information holds. We've also got the 2019 Pokemon World Championships. Not much new information here, just day 2 invitations stays the same. Top 16 from the US, top 22, top 8 from Latin America, and top 8 from Oceania. Get day 2 invitations. Same thing for the video game right there. So there you go, guys. That's the information we have so far on the 2019 season championship point structure. Please let me know your thoughts down below. I definitely want to have some discussion about this in the comments section, and just see what you guys think. I'm really hoping we get some information soon about the potential of championship points being awarded at the 2018 World Championships for the 2019 season. Really excited about this change right here with the qualification periods. Going to give people a lot more to play for, and going to give, you know, just more incentive to players who are in that, you know, bubble range of where am I as far as championship points go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Once again, love to have a discussion down below. So thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, take care.